What's up? Good morning, James Rice. Backyard. Let's get the day started. Happy 4th of July. Give it a couple minutes, warm up, a couple people jump on. Let's talk shop for a little bit, and then let's get you on to your next activity. So, got a couple things to say, couple thoughts to share, couple recent bits of education in my own world, my own life, that I want to share with you. Why? Not to make it sound like, oh, James Rice is smart. Oh my gosh, he's got it all dialed. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. It's not that at all. It's just to share with you tools in my toolbox, what's been shared with me, give it to others, and hope that in the desire that your life will become more fulfilled, that your life will become better, but not just better, not just good, it will become fulfilled. So, Christina Manley, what's up from back in the Midwest? Debbie, happy to see you this morning. We'll talk shop. Debbie, before I forget, hope to get together. Pick a time. You want to get together live and collaborate, work on your Prove It business, work on anything else you're working on. Let's find a time. Ball's in your court. I got a table outside. I got a table inside. They all have chairs available. Just find a time. Will we be able to do it with Twyla? I don't know. That's one of my favorite pieces, and it wasn't even on my list to chat about, but it's interesting. You know, I'll invite people to the table, and they'll say, great, I got to get a hold of this person, we got to get this in quarterly times. That will never happen. That will never happen, or rarely will happen. What I would hope to happen is Debbie go, heck yeah, I do have a desire to collaborate, lock arms with people, not necessarily me, who are doing it at a higher level, going further, faster, and are really going to take me where I want to go. Not to some, well, I'm not even going to judge that, so we'll let that go, but not to some pat on the back, stroke my ego for a second, make me feel better, but things that actually help my core. Speaking of which, that's what the month of July is about. It's our founding father. It's our fundamentals. So what are your founding truths? What are your fundamentals that you're going to work on and elevate and make better in the month of July? Okay? So that's the piece where it starts. It starts. If you take a look at what I have and what I know, the fundamentals that I've chosen, not a black robe I'm wearing, it's red and black checked. There's no judgment here. I'm just saying, if you sit by yourself, if you're alone in your backyard, if you're pondering and you're looking at your partner, you're looking at your job or career, if you're looking at your fitness, if you're looking at your faith, your budget, and it's a shit show, and only you can judge. Because the reason I say that is because, like, if you watch me go work out today, my workout partner, pro card, far bigger than I am. I'm good with how big I am. Okay, I'm good with my size. I don't want to be larger. But I got to be honest with myself. If I want to, then I need to put time in, okay? Like right now, I want to improve my cardio. If you know, long story short, pinched a nerve in my knee. It's been literally a year and a half. I don't chat this much, but because my right foot is numb and feels swollen, feels like it's asleep all the time, I haven't ran, done cardio, gone for a hike. I won't even go for a walk. If you see me, like when my grandson was here and my father was here, it's the only reason I go on those walks, those hikes, the zoo, is because I'm not going to miss the opportunity. I'd rather die than miss it. But it's excruciatingly uncomfortable to walk on this foot of mine that feels like it's got an extra half-inch of layer of foot under it, and it feels like it's swollen up, it is numb, and I trip and lose my balance, and blah, blah, blah. So I haven't been able to do that stuff. But I want to get back into it, and so I'm thinking I can do some different things. Dave Brave, look up, guys, what's Dalton's name? Chelsea, put Dalton's name in this message. David Brabner, bass fisherman. Maybe we're back. Hopefully we're back and we're good. Sorry about that. Dave Bravner, a friend of mine from forever, since childhood, bass fisherman, new bass boat, Chelsea, Charity, Dave Bravner and Dalton should be connected. What's Dalton's last name? Anyway, he makes his own bass lures. Dave, you should check him out. I can connect you to. It'd be sweet for you to check it out. And he's a professional bass fisherman. He travels on the pro circuit, okay? Be a sweet connection for you. But anyway, Dave Brabner also, I cannot believe anyone had come out here to visit me. Extra bedrooms, extra vehicle, all you need is a flight. I don't fucking get it. Terrible weather in February and March. No, people don't come and visit. I don't get it. No, you don't have to get a hotel. You can if you want. You don't have to get a vehicle. You can if you want. It'll cost you literally nothing to come hang out. Anyway, so let's get back to fundamentals. But you got to choose your fundamentals. David, well, I'm going to see this. He's on. There's lots of people with great examples that are living this life and chasing a lot of hobbies. But as far as I'm concerned, their fundamental core, their marriage, and I'm not talking to anybody here, but to me, how is your marriage? I can get scrambled on this. I just chatted with a gentleman. His birthday, wished him happy birthday. How's your fitness doing? Did you get that weight off you talked about? No, I'm heavier than ever. Oh, crap. Well, jump back on the program. Love to help you. You know, I can't exercise because of my knees and this and that and the heaviness. Okay, then let's get focused on your food. Well, you know, I'm so busy that with these basketball teams that I'm coaching, these kids, junior high and stuff, I go, okay, stop right there. You're choosing to put the kids, he said the kids need me. No, they don't, dude. No, they don't. They'll find another coach. Or if they can't even have a coach, that's too bad. I feel your commitment should be to your faith, your spouse, your children. Well, he says they're just like family. He said, no, they're not. You're making them and you feel like they are. Okay? It cracks me up the amount of time and energy that even as adults that we have this bullshit facade that our hobby, our coaching, our volunteering is more important than you're completely out of shape. You're on a variety of health meds. Your health and fitness is a shit show. Don't you think you deserve better? Don't you think your God deserves better? Don't you think your spouse, your kid? Okay, keep chasing your hobbies, people. So the funny thing is, again, is James like, oh, James Rice, yeah, you know this, you got all. I don't have it all dialed, but I know when it's fucked up, it's me. It's me. And some bullshit excuses about what I say is more important. And I was chatting with that gentleman yesterday. Wants to dig in with his ketone business. Wants to build it. Holy shit, he's doing this in the morning that he has to do, and he's doing this in the afternoon that he has. Okay. You're not going to have success, people, in what you say is important. But it's up to you to dig in and decide those fundamentals. So once you do, it's who do you dig into that's going to keep you accountable? Who do you dig into that's going to call you on your bullshit? I love having my pastor, my church, ask me weekly, are you sleeping with your girlfriend? And then I just walk around and leave because she's got me. So do you want to be called on your shit? My workout partner is much larger than I am. My pastor at my church is far more knowledgeable than I am and walks it far better than I do. My business mentor makes a lot more money than I do. I run in a crowd, in a group that's elevated me. Okay? So a couple thoughts. Let me share this with you. Well, actually, I'll jump into this part first real quick and just remind you that if the first thing out of your mouth is, I'm doing the things, I got this, I'm doing things, but you're not seeing growth and success, then I just want to tell you with love, you're not doing the things. Okay? You're not doing the things. That admitting it, being aware of it, that you have an issue, you have a problem, you have areas that need to be worked on is the place to start. Okay? So look at faith, fitness, family, friendships, finance. If you like this at all, share it. Share it with your BFFs. Share it. So what am I digging into with my fundamentals? So first of all, as many of you are aware, I read the Bible in a year and reading it for years, and it's a super short reading each day. But I did want to share with you that what they're talking about right now, and they're in Proverbs, which is one of my favorite books to dig into. Why? Because it talks about wisdom, not knowledge, wisdom, not knowledge, wisdom. Big difference. We all have lots of knowledge. Do we apply that knowledge into a life that gives us an ability to live skillfully? Knowledge is easy. Wisdom is a little trickier because are we applying it so that we live skillfully? Living in our world, it's a funny piece, people talk about this all the time, living in our world is not an easy task. The dieting with the family around the kids, not an easy task. The exercise with a busy schedule, not an easy task. The tithing with this whatever, not an easy task. Okay? Well, not an easy task. Here's a piece I want to just bounce off you with love. Is think about the things that are in this world that you don't do, that aren't a temptation for you. Why are they easy? You're living in the same world with all these temptations. Some you do, some you don't. Well, if it's the world, then the temptations, you would, you know what I mean? Then you would have challenges with all of them because it's the world. Like a friend of mine said, she goes, oh, when you're out about eating and stuff, the challenge is the peer pressure. I go, oh, if they laid out a line of Coke, would that peer pressure get you? No, that's different, she said. Fact is, it's not different. It's peer pressure coming from your culture, peer pressure coming from your peers. If that's the problem, then you would do the line of Coke also. But you don't, because it's not a craving of yours. It's not something you desire. It's not something it's something that you've gotten a grip on. When you start thinking that the food that you have a challenge with is you, the friendships you have a challenge with is you, the spending you have a challenge with is you, the body image questions you have are you. I run around in a group, everyone's making $500,000 or more. You should buy this car. You should wear this suit. You should have a fancier Rolex. You should have. I don't. So I don't. I have to realize that for me and my house, I have to decide. And again, I say this to you not to blame you, not to shame you, but to give you hope. Give you hope that you can control it. Okay? That you can control, that you have the power. If you, again, what do you meditate on each day? That's what I think about. What I don't want to do and what I do want to do. What I don't want to do and what I do want to do. Okay? And then where I have successes, I'm going to give myself a little credit. Where I have failures, I'm going to hold myself accountable. You can't say it's you that makes life amazing. This is one of my favorites, by the way. You that makes life amazing, your career amazing, all the effort you put in, what you put in, and the commitment you have, and the strength you have. But on the other hand, your whatever is that's messed up, your credit, your weight, your porn, your what have you, it's the family, it's how I was raised, it's the small town, it's my height, it's my wife. That's not true. You're in the same circumstances. Does that make sense? Okay? I had a friend just yesterday saying, holy cow, super depressed, been going through this, feeling down, seeing a counselor. My eating's a shit show. I'm eating shitty foods. It's crazy. So I'm just focusing on my exercise, just that piece right now. This is just me, James Rice. Well, wait a second. If I could focus on my exercise and be committed to my exercise during the shit show and the storm, then I need to tell myself and I need to believe that I can control my food, that I can control it. It's like when I tell friends, I tell them this with hope. Someone say, I'm a stress eater. I said, you're not quit calling yourself that. That's not what you are. That's what you're doing, but it's not who you are. Me personally, I would tell you you're a child of God. You're made in his image. You're amazing. But if you don't believe that and you don't embrace it and you don't turn to him, then you're right. As far as I'm concerned, you're not going to have the strength. So if you keep telling yourself that you can't, you won't remember, and this is who I am and this is what I do, then you are because that's what you tell yourself, not because that's who you are. Because if I'm an alcoholic and I drink and now I don't drink, Dana Eggleston, welcome back. How are you, sir? Did you see that? David Bradner's on here too. I love it. When my hometown, you're talking about people from my hometown to 1,200 people. That's right. I was raised in a town of 1,200 people. When I see friends show up from back then, that just like, nothing's more exciting than that. Dana Eggleston, David Bradner, thank you very much. Julie Renee, I'm not sure who you are, but if I can help you in any way, say hey. David Flores, I know I recognize that name. Oh, it's Daniel. I'm sorry. That's cool. Any of those who I haven't connected with, reach out. I'd love to help you and work with you. Not trying to sound like I know it all. I'm just sharing what I've been taught. And again, for me, The more I become accountable to myself and realize that it's me that has the pieces and this is what I'm doing now, but that's not who I am, and I don't use that negative self-talk, the more I can improve. Okay? The more I can improve. So you can't just jump on some guru bullshit, whatever they are, person telling you that you're amazing and you're amazing. We got to grab tools. We got to grab the right book. We got to grab the right video. We got to grab the right crew and community. Crew and community that you stick with and spend time with on a regular basis, that holds you accountable, that lifts you up, that cheers you on, and gives you a little tough love. You got to be in that mix on a daily basis. Take a look at some dumbasses and their hobbies. I guarantee you they're around it all the time. They're spending money on it. They're making time for it. In this culture, in the recession, in the COVID, they're still working on their hobbies. Why? Because they want to. That's it. Because they want to. And so when you decide that you want the other pieces, your faith, fitness, family, friendships, and finance, as bad as you wanted those things, it will happen. And that's the simple truth. So other book I'm reading is Proverbs. Again, this month in July, we're working on our fundamentals. We're working on our foundation, just like our nation. Just like our nation did in July. It's about fundamentals and foundations daily. July 4th and July 3rd, in case I didn't mention yesterday, kind words, gentle words. Your words can be truth, but they still should be gentle and kind. You can be in a disagreement. Your words should still be gentle and kind. Now, if I got any ex-girlfriends on here and a couple of friends and from the past, maybe even David Braver is like, I don't remember your words always being gentle and kind. You're right. I fuck up all the time. I'm not doing this because I don't. I'm doing this to hold myself accountable. I'm doing it to share, and we'll all raise up together. Okay? So your tone, your demeanor, it's important. Think about that today. While you go to your what the fuck it's called, barbecue, pool party, whatever you go to. Think about your words as you start discussing Democrats versus Republicans, liberals versus conservatives, Hawkeye fans versus Cyclone fans. That's an Iowa joke. Think about that. So just hitting some of this stuff at Proverbs. You want an amazing book, Timothy Keller. Don't curse back when cursed at. Don't be harsh. You know, many times we want to puff up our chest so we don't look like we're weak, but self-control, super important. Okay, I'm going to jump off. That's enough James Rice for the day. Hope you enjoy my backyard. Any of you want to come visit, let's put a little get-together. I got rooms for you to stay in. Again, I'm not trying to sound like I know it all. I'm just helping. If those of you who know me, I've done it all. Flunked out of college. Didn't chat with my dad for a long time. Tough relationship. Been divorced. Didn't talk to my stepdaughter. My daughter for, 7 years. Been skinny and teased. Dave Bradner can tell you that. Dana Eggleston can maybe tell you that. Got rolled in a business transaction. 2 cars repossessed. 580 FICO score. How do I have it now? It's from daily intentional action, hitching my wagon to those who are doing better and more than I am, not making bullshit excuses about where I was raised, how I was raised, how tall I am, what color I am, my ex-wife, my this, my that, my that. That's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Decide who you want to be, where you want to be, what your home is going to stand for, okay? And apply daily action to it. And if that's what you choose is end up your hobby, to me that's a huge fucking cop-out. Because that's just bullshit that you do for yourself. Okay? I encourage you to reach out to others, lift others up, improve their life, and you will have fulfillment and abundance. And you'll raise yourself up at the same time. So I'm going to let you go. I'm going to mention that again. If you're not succeeding and the first thing out of your mouth is why, and it's not you're not responsible for it, and number 2, I'm doing all the right things, that's where your problem starts. That's where your problem starts. You got to look at what it is. You got to get some eyeballs on it that have more experience than you are and start tweaking that thing and work on it daily. All right, love each and every one of you and enjoy an amazing day. Someone asked me what my plans are. I said I don't have any plans past 8 a.m. The company's got a phone call at 9. I'm going to jump on that. Practice my piano right now. Going to mess with my plants, hang a couple pictures, call a couple families. Oh, if any of you know my mom, it's my mom's birthday today. Marge Rice, 4th of July. Happy birthday, Mom. I love you. Appreciate you. Enjoy the day with the family. Take care.